So hello, my name is Julien Razza. I'm a geophysicist by background. I joined Eliis in 2021, and so I have done my internship for my engineering degree in Eliis. My subject was about the integration of the waveform classification inside the software PaleoScan. After the end of this internship, I joined Eliis as an R&D geophysicist. So my first work in Eliis was mainly about the integration of the waveform classification that was introduced during my internship. I also worked on the model grid integration, and more recently I'm more focused on integration of deep learning solution, artificial intelligence. So my first contribution was the waveform classification, and at the end it was integrated in PaleoScan in 2023. And more recently, for the 2024, we integrate the AI algorithm for the fault, and also for the 2025, I'm currently working for the prototype for the extraction of geobody by using the last deep learning model in terms of state of the art. My expertise first was mainly as a geophysicist. So for that, I have done preparatory classes mainly on mathematical, physics, computer science, and then I focus more on the geology and the geophysicist. And thanks to all this background, I achieved to work inside Eliis, which is a software in C++, how we can integrate this inside a huge architecture, and more recently how we can integrate new methodology in Python inside a software. I'm very happy about the fact that I'm working in the R&D, and sometimes it can be quite difficult subject. After a few months we can have some prototype that then we can directly integrate in PaleoScan for the next commercial version. It's a huge achievement for someone in the R&D. So the cycle of the R&D is quite simple. First, we work for a prototype alone in C++, and for that we are just learning the methodology by looking at articles. And when the prototype is good enough and we have results, then we can do the testing by using the expertise of geologists. And when everything is working, the last step is the integration inside PaleoScan, so we can also discuss on how to optimize the code and to make this faster. This year I also had the chance to visit some clients. The first clients I visited was in the US, in Houston, Murphy, Exxon, Chevron, etc. And it was very interesting because we can directly have their feedbacks on the R&D roadmap, but also on the R&D prototype. We can show them some live demonstrations, and usually they can give us what are the pros and the cons, and based on that we can directly modify it in a quite fast cycle. Also, I had the chance to visit clients in Brazil, in Rio de Janeiro, like Petrobras, like Perio, and they are very aware of the new technologies, and they are very happy to see what we are doing in the R&D, the new initiatives, and the fact that we can directly do some demonstration on their own data, and usually they are quite surprised by the results, and they want to see this in the next release. So something also very efficient about Eliis is the speediness of execution. Usually you can have an idea in the R&D just based on an article or a model released by a company, and based on that we can rapidly do a prototype, for example in Python or in C++, and after only a few weeks we can put this prototype in testing, and then we can collaborate with the factory team to see how we can integrate this inside PaleoScan. We can look at the feedbacks from the geologists, from the clients, in order to modify the prototype before the commercialization, in order to have something efficient for everyone. So I really see a great future of AI inside Eliis, inside PaleoScan. Everyone is moving into AI, and we have new model, new technologies every 3 months, and we need to stay aware of that in the R&D. Everything that can work with images is pretty good for us, and so we need to follow the trend, and that's what we are doing. For example, for the fault detection, for the geobody, the salt detection. We are also working on another subject for the model grid, which is the main strength of PaleoScan. And we know that AI alone usually is not enough, and we need to put an AI assistance tool in order to help the user. And for that, we are working on these new technologies, and we know it can make the workflow faster, and we need to stay aware of that.